It is time for Value This with Dr. Lori. And boy, we have a really special episode today. I know so many of you love to antique. It's just a great time of the year to do it. Find that special thing. But how do you do it? We got an old car here. We won't value the car. But at this collector who doesn't want to be known because he's got a lot of valuable stuff in here, but it's in Burlington County. Inside here is a treasure trove of stuff and our own Dr. Lori. My pal, Dr. Lori Verderame, you know everything. This is an amazing place where we are.
Look where we are.
I know. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I know that you go around, you know that a lot of collectors do this sort of thing. They've got stuff everywhere. How do you...
Collectors, hoarders.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Right? Now they're collecting.
Right.
And then at some point you have to sort of say to yourself, okay, am I still collecting or am I just amassing anything I can get?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and sometimes people amass because they like a certain object or they like certain age or time periods.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Or colors.
Or colors. All right.
Or Disney. Or it doesn't matter. Yeah, all different things.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So I walk into a place like this. Our viewers walk into a place like this, and they go, how do I know? I've only got like 10 minutes. How do I know it's valuable?
Right. I got 10 minutes to do this. Where do I start?
Right.
Right. You start with gloves, and everyone goes, oh, God, Lori, with the gloves. I know. You got to protect your hands. Because
from
now...
what?
Okay, from whatever vermin could be in this barn. I'm sorry, maybe it's the cleanest barn on earth, but I doubt it. Whatever you might actually put your hand in or on, maybe, it's a nail and maybe then you need a tetanus shot, whatever it might be. So I'm not saying you have to do this, but I always say, it's never a bad idea to protect yourself first, okay? Okay. That's what you need. Now, if you have a place that you're going into and a lot of these places don't have proper ventilation, you want to think about that and you want to basically say, I've got 10 minutes in, 10 minutes out. Right? I'm in here, I'm going to dig around for a while, and then I'm going to go out and take a little breather. Right? And that also helps you to stop sort of just buying. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, you like that. Right. Yeah.
Yes, because, you get into a place like this and you go, oh, I know what I can do with those shutters. That case would look perfect. And this too. But really you need to...
And then you realize that you have, your very small Honda Civic.
Exactly.
Or whatever it is.
Car.
You want a small car. Okay, so I'm going to give you gloves. If you don't want to wear them, that's up to you. But basically, you want to think about protecting yourself. I know, but think about that. Other things you want to think about is, so when I walk in, what do I do first? And what do I look for first? And I look for the money, people. I look for the value. And I look for the value in certain things. So I don't expect to find a, Edward Redfield, American Impressionist painting in here.
Though it's possible in some of the places that you go, you could find that Declaration of Independence behind some old picture.
Yes, you could. You'd be very surprised at what you'll find in a frame. So something that is framed has been protected for some reason over the years. Maybe you don't want to bypass something in a frame. The other thing that I always say in a place like this, so let's just use the example that we've got. Let's look around here. If you look at a place like this, the first things that I start to do is I scan from left to right. So I start over here and I keep moving. So what I would say is, wow, you know what? The case furniture is pretty interesting. Oh, I like the antique trunks because they could be repurposed into other things and they also have value just as an antique.
All right, and in upcoming shows, we'll talk more about trunks and wicker and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you look over there.
I look over there and I say, okay, now, whatever's in the tubs are a very good way to actually store your pieces, but let's keep going. So now I see paw feet on a table that's upturned that looks like it's mahogany, maybe it's even cherry. That particular piece is the table base of something great. I'm going to that table because while it probably is not all that old, it's made of good quality materials. Quality materials trumps everything.
Okay.
Because if it's made with good materials, all of a sudden you've got things. Age is not a value indicator. My mother's 93, she thinks I'm young. My 20-year-old niece doesn't, right? Age is relative, and I say this over and over again, but you think, oh, it's old, it's old, it's old, it's valuable. I have junk in my house. My grandmother had junk in her house. Sometimes it's older junk.
Okay, so it's not a good thing because it's an antique.
Yeah, we all go, oh, it's an antique.
Right.
It's 100 years old, and wow, you know, but I want you to think about not only age, I want you to think about quality. And then we've got the condition issue, which we'll get into more. So as I'm looking around, so you're looking at this and you're saying to yourself, wow, there are 4 Chippendale chairs over there.
Okay.
Right? Now I have 4, so I have a set. Don't break up the sets.
Don't go buy one of those chairs.
Don't buy one. And if there's only one, leave the one here.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Dr. Lori Verderame, thank you so much. Another fabulous episode of Value This, and we'll be talking more about all of it. Glad you could be here.
More tips to come.
Yes, out here on this lovely day. We'll see you in a little bit.